Hello, hello. It's Kevin Allen, and I wanted to just pop on here and talk about a little something that's on my mind, and some things that really bother me today. And maybe it's me from like my childhood and growing up, and even raising my own children. Right? I can't even fold my sleeves up. I got one sleeve rolled up and one not. Speaking about children, but I just don't understand today's era of raising children and the mentality. And I'm not saying of all. I'm saying of some parents of just letting. I was just talking about this with some different different demographics, different economics, and different cultures. I've been talking about this topic, and we just don't have children who are being raised with responsibilities anymore, like responsibilities. And I wonder why that is, that we don't want to encourage independent thinking, responsibilities, the ability to actually think and survive, because this dangerous world is so reliant upon these AI resources. And believe me, I know they're useful tools. People are going to use them. But we've got to start teaching our kids some survival skills, because straight up, it is a ugly time in the world today. And you can just imagine if one thing went wrong in this country, if the power, I talk about this and I should stop because I'm probably going to be on some kind of watch list, but this is not me saying I want this, nor am I asking for it to happen. I fear this happening. It's been talked about by experts. The power grid. Power grid goes down across this country. This country is going to fall apart. And I'm going to tell you right now, the first thing everyone's going to turn to, you think it's going to be food? No. You think it's going to be ammunition? Nope. Nope. The majority of this country is going to turn to God. That's what's going to happen. Everyone's going to turn to God. This is where I say this with great confidence right now. As bad as things look right now in the world, right here, the Prayed Up Network, I'm saying this, I'm putting it on the line right here. The Prayed Up Network, I'm going on the line right now, and I'm saying as bad as things look in the world, I think we are at the most important time in the history of humanity, that we are about ready to turn a page from a civilization of creative curiosity into civilizations attempted to be controlled by majority people. And that majority of the people are trying to silence this country. And I feel that this is why Christ right now is reaching out to Christ. Christ is reaching out to people in their hearts across this country. You see this happening. You see Mark Wahlberg in Hollywood, praising God and giving to stay prayed up, just like we say right here on the Prayed Up Network. Shout out to Mark Wahlberg. But these children are the most important part of that next generation, because I'm not going to be able to survive when I'm 90 without a generation of young people who are right now in their, 5 and 6 years old. If they're not ready to take over to be our doctors and our lawyers and our establishment, and maybe in some ways we don't want that next generation to be as astute to the corruption that's been in place for many years, but we don't want to what we don't want to do is encourage a lack of responsibility in the next generation. We need this to be instilled. And I say to you today that the greatest way to teach a lesson is by reading a book. And I am a person who ran from the books my whole life, 53 years. It took me to find a book. I read a page a day, plus I try to read as much with some prayer partners. But I think reading the Bible will be the greatest thing. Now, you don't even have to be curious about anything else. Just read the Bible. Pick it up. And if you don't want to read the Bible and you just want to talk to God, maybe you're just thinking that maybe there's an opportunity for you to find some advice in that way, just pray. That's all you got to do is just pray. Let him know I told you so. G-O-D. Best business coach, life coach in the world is G-O-D all day long. I'm going to be selling those shirts at some point. The merch is coming and more right here. Prayed Up Network. Make sure you stay tuned, because we're going to be having a lot more of these kind of pop-up discussions. Just having some fun right here on the Prayed Up Network.